What's up, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! God 1000 here, deck profiling the top 4 at the top 4 place Burning Abyss Shadoll deck at the 2014 Tasmanian Regionals. So this deck placed 3rd and as a result earned an invite to the Oceania Championships in 2015 and received a pretty cool deck box, as you can see. Pretty sturdy, really good quality deck box, and yeah, so I'm just deck profiling it. It was in fact my brother's deck that placed 3rd in the same tournament that I placed 6th. So yep, you could say we did had a pretty good day, and this also is the mat that you won as well. So without further ado, I'll get into the profile. So we'll start off with the main deck. So first you got basically pretty standard, so triple Scam. Now this card, when it's sent to the graveyard, you get a search of a, basically you search the tour guide mainly off this, and it just helps you speed through the deck really well. Next you got triple Graph. Again, you get a special summon from the deck, and all the Burning Abyss have the first effect of being able to special summon themselves out if you control no spells or traps. So yep, triple Graph, pretty standard, and then just the one Sir, just as this card isn't as good as the other two because it summons from grave. You need targets in there to start off with, but still upping the Burning Abyss count with the one of that. That's it for the Burning Abyss in the main deck. Now onto the Shadoll part. Got double Shadoll Dragon, pops spells or traps, basically you get it off, and yeah, it's just targets for Construct and Winder. And you got the one Squamata to dump another Shadoll when it hits the grave, and then you got the Falco, which special summons itself, or special summons one Shadoll from your grave when it flips, and then the one Shadoll Beast, which you get a draw off if it's into the grave, and if it is split face up, you get to draw 2 and then get rid of 1. That's it for the Shadoll lineup. Now that the non-Shadoll Burning Abyss monsters, got triple Tour Guide, pretty standard. It's a level 3 Fiend deck with your Burning Abyss, so just Tour Guide enhances the deck insanely well. Next you got the triple Mathematician, just to get your effects off, dumping a Graph, which then summons Scam, which then dies, so you get a effect during the end phase, just speeds through the deck insanely well, and plus getting a draw off Mathematician is always good. Then you got double Veiler for the hand traps, and the one BLS because you do run darks and lights, so that's pretty self-explanatory. That's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. Of course we run triple Shadoll Fusion, basically the power play of the deck. You can Shadoll Fusion from your main deck if your opponent controls an extra deck monster, which is usually most of the time, so you can get out a free beat stick basically from the deck, and then you can plus off those effects of the ones you send. Next, double MST, just to get rid of that pesky back row that can stuff you up, so it might be a D-prison for your Winder or your Construct, and you don't want that to happen, so that's why I run double MST. Next with the one Astral Force, basically if you have a Dante and you want to go into a Pallades, you can, just running the one of, and which can be really handy for bouncing stuff back with Pallades effect, and just yeah, opens up even more plays. To the one ofs, one Lure of Darkness for speeding through the deck, and one Foolish Burial just to dump monsters and get effects, and also that's pretty self-explanatory. So for spells, onto the traps. So we run triple Vanity's Emptiness, which is the power aspect of the trap lineup, basically locking down your opponent, summoning a Construct or a Winder, then playing Vanities, or even a Dante and Vanities is almost game, usually, unless they can get around it, because it just sets up too much lock and it's too good, so definitely triple Vanities. Then triple Phoenix Wing Blast, basically to get discard cards out of your hand, getting effects off your Burning Abyss monsters, and also slowing down your opponent immensely by putting a card back on the top of their deck. Next, double karma cut for basically the same reason, except banishing it, and it's a lot more devastating if you can pull it off. Then we run double trap stun just to push for those powerful plays, getting around the opponent's trap cards, and rounding it off with one compulse. So that's it for the main deck. 40 cards as always. Best consistency with a 40 card deck. Onto the extra, running 2 Shadoll construct. Again, getting this effect off. Beat stick that can beat over anything special summoned. Dumping a monster as well when it was summoned. Pretty easy to get out, dark and light, and just all around a really good card for the deck. Next, only one Winder. This because only one Winder is really necessary, and that's Show getting top 4. Basically, getting it out, locking down your opponent with a Dante next to it is your main play, and that is why just the one Winder. Next, only one Dante, not 2, not 3, purely 1, just because going to Dante first turn, getting meals off and then sitting on it, it wasn't necessary to go into any more than one Dante. Most of the time it was either detaching via Leviathan or any of the other rank 3s. So yes, only one Dante in this build. Next, double Ghost Trick Alucard. Basically getting rid of back row again, really important. And just being able to push for games sometimes without back row annoying is really important. Next, the number 17 Leviathan Dragon, if you can see that. So basically this is just in here, quick detach to get effects off, 2500 beta, really handy. Next, you got the Nightmare Shark, just to attack directly, 2000 damage, can be a hell of a lot, and plus just really easy to get out, and just 2000 or less, or even 4000, being able to attack twice with 2 materials, just really handy. Next, the Fortune Tune, just to recycle, being able to sit on it and recycle is always important. Just the Acid Golem, Beat Stick, again just to get over problematic cards, becoming 3000, and also pushing for game. Next to the rank 4s, just 2 Downed Magician to overlay on your Dantes or whatnot, boosting attack, doing piercing, actually an excellent card, really happy, ran 2 of that. Next, the Constellar Pleiades, again this is for the Astral Force, just to put on top of the Dante and bouncing problematic cards. Onto the Synchros, just the Goyu Guardian, and really useful and pulled off a lot. And the Amadeus Keeper of Boundaries to the other Synchro, again with the Falcon, being able to get it off, really handy. So that's it for the top 4 regional Burning Abyss Shadoll deck profile. Make sure to comment your thoughts on the deck, keeping in mind that it did place 3rd at the Tasmanian Regionals, so it did really good job. Make sure to comment, and like, and make sure to subscribe so I can get up to 1000 for my epic giveaway. So make sure you do that, guys, and apart from that, thank you for watching.